Hey everyone, thank you for coming back to the BNS channel. My name is EdieAnne. You'll have to excuse the sounds. We've got a major thunder and lightning storm going on right now. Hopefully I don't lose electricity, but we're going to get real in this video. I want to talk to you about something that comes up very often to me and to other consultants, is why does the Scentsy wax not seem to last as long as it used to? And I've got great information that I'm going to share with you. I have my experience that I'm going to share with you. And hopefully at the end of this video, you're going to understand some things about scent and about how our bodies work and our environment also takes part in that, okay? So let me read this to you real quick. I recently received an email from a consultant who was confused about the difference between anosmia and olfactive fatigue. Terms you may remember me using in a Scentsy training. This is one of our corporate people that wrote this. Anosmia is most commonly used as a medical term to describe an inability, it's coming down, to perceive or detect an odor, most frequently linked to an injury, disease, or genetic defect. So basically, these people can't smell. Anosmia means that you just can't smell at all, okay? In contrast, the term olfactive fatigue suggests that after a brief time, someone can simply clear their palate and once again perceive a fragrance. This is frequently not the case, particularly if someone's exposure to a dominant fragrance note is relatively constant, okay? I guess, and I want you to look that up, okay? It's olfactive fatigue. It's O-L-F-A-C-T-I-V-E, fatigue. And it's actual scientific thing, okay? What I have to say first of all is Scentsy has not changed anything as far as how they make their wax and how they fragrant their wax, okay? That is something that they have stated publicly, and they can prove it. It is something that is just the facts, okay? The other facts is that we use natural oils, which have the ability to fluctuate and to change. Why? Because they are coming from an environment that is constantly changing, okay? Don't have a lot of control over that. So they do try to balance it out sometimes, I'd imagine, but I just know that they have not changed a thing. And that's what I've been told. That's what I believe. I went to the warehouse where they make this stuff, and it's amazing. What I do want to tell you is from experience what I've learned. We do get used to a scent. We do get used to smelling the same scent over and over again. Now, what tends to happen is we get our favorite scents. That's what we warm. We might go between 2 or 3 different scents that we enjoy. But what happens is we actually get used to that. All right? And so therefore it's no longer strong. It's like the old lady that's wearing perfume in a store. When you walk by her, it is amazing how strong that perfume is. But to her, because she wears it every day, she's used to it and probably puts on a little bit more every day, which makes it even stronger. Okay, so that's a perfect example. Another factor that plays into this is that during the summer months, we have air conditioners, we have fans that are running, we have windows that are open. And that can definitely play a factor in how long the scent will last and even how strong it is. In the winter, we have the heat that we're running. So there are totally different factors that can play into how a scent is mixed into the air and then into our nostrils, okay? Everybody's sniffer is different. Everybody has a different strength of scent, okay? What might be strong to me might be weak to somebody else and vice versa. So you have to remember that the fact of the matter is that nothing has changed with the wax. What has changed is our environment, our body chemical reaction to scent, the scent itself, okay, maybe you need a stronger scent. And then a couple tips that I can give you is when you're warming your warmers or your wax, put them in a room that doesn't have AC that's running, okay? Put them in a room that the windows are closed, obviously, because it's going to go right out the door or out the window. Also, change your scent up often. I wouldn't suggest going through a whole bar before you change the actual scent family. And what I mean by scent family is if you're doing a bakery scent, change it out to a flower scent or change it out to a citrusy scent. Change the family that you're actually scenting your home with, okay? Find some different ones in all the different categories and keep switching them out, because the more that you switch out your scent factors, okay, and what they're smelling for, the easier it is going to be for you to smell, okay? Another example, someone that works in a bakery all the time, they don't smell bakery scents. Very, very difficult. They get used to them. Every once in a while, you clean your nostrils or the entrance to your nose with the skin on your body, and you have reactivated those scents. We don't do that all the time unless we're rubbing our nose because we have a cold, and if we have a cold, we probably can't smell anyway. So I want you to understand that nothing has changed. So your perception, whether it be true or not, and it very well could be true, that the scent isn't lasting as long or it's not as strong, is because of the environment, is because of your chemical intake for the scent itself, and there's other factors. So be educated as far as that goes. Be informed, not educated. Be informed to the factors that can play into this. And know that there is a technical term called olfactive fatigue and anosmia. Those are two words that bring up a lot of question. It says, a strong example of anosmia can be found in my wife, who is admittedly a cinnamonaholic. She loves cooking with it, and she prefers warming Scentsy's cinnamon-based fragrances year-round. In fact, she opted to warm cinnamon-dominant fragrances for almost 2 years, daily. That choice resulted in a couple of interesting discoveries. She eventually thought that fragrances had expired long before they actually had. Fragrant in the wax, that means. She added additional cubes of wax when none were needed, creating an uncomfortably strong fragrant environment. Her world-famous French toast started becoming infamous for being overdosed with actual cinnamon. She literally couldn't taste it. So, obviously, taste and scent go together, right? Even after vacations and long breaks from cinnamon, she's only just beginning to recognize it. It's been over a year since she stopped warming it every day, either as an odor or flavor. Had she continued to expose herself consistently to cinnamon, I question whether she would have been able to perceive cinnamon as a fragrance note or flavor ever again. The important thing to take away from this story is that having 7 favorite fragrances, this is what I was saying earlier, all of which contain cinnamon, isn't enough. You could easily say the same thing about having 7 favorite citrus fragrances. So, if you want to avoid feeling like you can't smell your favorite Scentsy fragrances, learn to appreciate new smells and expand your palette into new fragrance categories. Hopefully this illustrates the difference in how we can use these 2 terms in our Scentsy fragrance training or knowledge base. So, hopefully that makes sense to you guys. Know that it's nothing wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with the Scentsy wax. It's just a matter of learning to adapt to what is actually happening and that we don't really have any control over. Our bodies acclimate. They get used to things. They adjust to things, and that's just kind of how it works. So hopefully that answered your questions. If you have any additional questions, feel free to post them underneath this video. I would be happy to address them or find an answer for you. And until the next video, have a great night, and I hope I don't get struck by lightning. Bye.